Good morning. I wanted to talk with you about who is the star pupil. The star pupil is possibly not who you expect. Honestly, I found out in my own life that you might do everything right and, just sail through something with no problems. You might appear to be the star pupil, but not necessarily so. I'll give you an example. On my healthy lifestyle plan that I went on, almost 3 years ago now, I did everything right. I followed every single rule. Oh my gosh, I was just so successful, and I was keeping off the weight I lost. I was so healthy. And then I started having some problems, and I was having some ups and downs. And I noticed that other people who had had problems along the way of their health journey honestly were kind of doing better than me. And they were finding a way. What was happening was they were experiencing problems and learning how to deal with them and moving on. I had done so well to begin with that when I started experiencing some problems, I went, whoa, wait, what's going on? Kind of threw me for a loop. I mean, I did it all and I did it perfectly, and what's going on now? What I discovered is the star pupil is really the pupil who ultimately learns. And in this case, I'm a little bit of a slow learner. And do you know why? It's because I had all these ups. I didn't have enough downs. In other words, we're human. We are gonna fail. We're gonna fall down. But if we can get back up and learn from our mistakes, then we perfect or get a whole heck of a lot better at what we're doing. So, the dog is there distracting me, squeaking his toy. Hope it doesn't bother you too much. Anyway, so people who are trying to make changes in their lives, particularly, we talk about my healthy lifestyle plan. The basis of it is not a diet. The basis of it is actually personal development with a weight loss component, or weight gain for some people. So why did you gain weight? That's the most common thing these days. Why did you gain weight to begin with? It was a little more complicated than just sitting there and eating, because you have to ask yourself, well, why was I eating? And, eventually that can get into all sorts of different motivations for eating too much or the wrong food or too often, so on and so forth. So how can you change that? Well, you could exert willpower and just not do it. But willpower is a limited commodity, okay? Eventually you're going to run out of it. And you could say, well, I'm inspired. I'm going to stop eating as much. But, inspiration runs out too. So what my healthy lifestyle plan teaches you, and what 3 years down the road I'm still working on, because it's lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. I'm finding areas where I never dealt with those problems. Now I'm dealing with them. Most people's journey to health is not like, it starts here and goes straight up. It's like, it's like an ant carrying a crumb, and it goes all around every direction, because you have ups and downs and backwards and forwards and sideways. You're human. So if you're having problems, in whatever kind of habits you're trying to change in your life, that's actually a good and encouraging thing. And that should make you glad. You know, when I was doing so well on my the 4.5 months where I lost all my weight, I lost about 48 pounds. I thought, oh, this is brilliant. But I didn't learn enough. So now, 2.5 years down the road from when I finally lost all the weight, I'm having to deal with some problems. I've got a little bit of pudge here that I've put back on. Well, I haven't been exercising much, so that's a little bit of it. But I didn't exercise much when I lost the weight, and I didn't have this pudge. You know, exercising will help you firm it up, but if you want to lose the weight, it's what you eat. So what you eat, how often. Can you do it with willpower? Can you do it with inspiration? Do you just make yourself a schedule? No. You need more than that. So, you know, I kind of thought I had it all down pat. But what I needed and what I continue to need is to have my personal health coach help me. I have a healthy community on Facebook that are all trying to walk the same journey and can relate with me, can encourage me, give me suggestions, commiserate with me, so on and so forth. And I have education. I have a book that's sort of like a combination of education and journaling. The point of it is to help me learn about me so that I can change the habits that got me overweight and unhealthy to begin with. You know, I guess what I want to say is if you want to lose weight and you are just using a diet, just dealing with the food component, you know, just what you eat or don't eat, how many times have you done that before? I know I had done that, oh gosh, I don't know. I had been on just about every diet there was, from the ridiculous to the sublime. I was on one diet where you ate all hot dogs one day, all bananas another day, all eggs another day. Like I think it was 9 hot dogs, 9 bananas, 9 eggs, and you were supposed to lose 10 pounds in 3 days. And you know what? If you happen to do that, it came right back on in the next week or two. It's so silly. A program that helps you to change the way you think about your food, your health, your life, every aspect of your life, that will help you change your health. If you're just going on a diet and going to the gym, you're not going to learn all those important lessons to reverse what got you to, you know, where you are, that you needed to go on a diet and go to the gym. So the star pupil was not really me, who sailed through my program with no problems. The star pupils were all those people who kept falling down, but getting back up and learned from their mistakes, from their shortcomings, from their failings. So if you're having problems, but you keep getting up and you keep moving along, that is an encouraging sign. Don't say to yourself, oh, yet another plan that I have failed at. You know, I'm just a failure. I can't do these things. No, you are human. And if you get back up and keep trying, no matter what it is, you're not a failure at all. You are on the road to success. You know, don't look back at all the things that you have failed to do, the things that have not turned out the way you wanted them to. Look ahead and plan. Okay, I messed up. I'm not going to say, oh, I'll start again tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to get my ducks in a row and get back on track. Right now. And put that failure behind you psychologically, emotionally, in a practical sense, that's the best thing to do. That is what keeps you on the road to success. So be a star pupil and learn from your mistakes, because you're human. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to fall down. It's sometimes going to look grim and like you're on the bottom just looking up because you're flat on your back and just totally messed up. It's all right. Isn't there that song, pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and start all over again? Do that. Don't wallow in poor me kinds of feelings. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again, and you will be the star pupil.